Hello, mathematicians! This week in math, we are going to practice using some of our math tools with the learning target, I can record my work in my notebook. Under the word record, I've put a pencil. That's because when we record something in our notebook, we write it. And under the word work, I wrote a thought bubble because work in math is really our brain work. We're recording what we think, see, and notice. So now that we know that, let's read our learning target again. I can record my work in my notebook. Where, oh where, do you think your notebook could be? In your distance learning box, of course. Inside of your distance learning box, look for the folder that says Notebooks. And inside that folder, you will find your notebook. This is the notebook that we're going to be using in math every day this week. So every day when you come to math class, be ready with your distance learning notebook and a pencil. There it is. These are the tools that you'll need each day for math. Now, our learning target is I can record my work in my notebook. And we're going to do that in a very special way. So I want you to follow along with your notebook and pencil as we set up our first notebook page. I'm going to show you how we'll set up our notebooks. You might want to have your notebook in front of you so that you can follow along. You'll also need your pencil. If you need to, you can click pause on this video so that you can write what I write and then unpause or play your video again when you're ready to move on. To begin, we're going to open to the very first page of our distance learning notebook. At the top of the page, we'll write the date. Today's date is 9. September is the 9th month. Then you'll put a little line. It's 9/14. It's the 14th day of September. And then 2020, that is the year. So at the top of your math notebook page, you'll write the date, September 14th, 2020. That's the number code that tells what day it is. At the top of each page, we're also going to write a title so that we know what's on each page. This will help us stay organized. Today's title is Shapes. If you need to push pause so that you can write this word, go ahead. And we're going to underline or draw a line under our title. Now we have our math book page all set up and ready for our work. So now it's time for me to show you what your math activity is going to be. And when you do your math activity, you're going to record your thinking or record your work on this page. For this activity, you'll need your notebook and your pencil and your geometric shapes, which can be found in your math box. Let's go. In this activity called Shapes, we're going to explore how we can use many small shapes to create one larger shape. To begin, you're going to find a yellow hexagon. That's this shape right here. And you're going to trace that hexagon onto your paper. To do that, hold it down with one hand and use the other hand to drag your pencil along the edge of your shape. Make sure you get each side and then move your shape and you'll see that hexagon drawn right onto your paper. Now we're going to use this outline of a hexagon to explore combinations of other shapes that can be used to create a hexagon. So I'm going to start off by just sliding some different shapes into my outline that I've made, making sure that the edges of the shape line up with the edges of my hexagon. And when I do that, I can find combinations of smaller shapes that make this bigger shape. I see that 2 trapezoids can be used to create a hexagon. When you find a combination of shapes You're going to slide it out of your outline and trace the new shapes that you have. So here I have another hexagon made of 2 trapezoids. Let's see if we can find another combination of shapes that can fit into our hexagon outline. Again, you'll take a smaller shape and slide it around until it lines up with your outline. Make sure it stays in the lines. Oh, look at that. Another combination of shapes that make a hexagon. When you've found that shape, slide it out of your outline and trace it. I see that 3 of these blue shapes can make a hexagon. Let's do one more. Fit those shapes inside of your first outline. Some of the shapes might not fit very well. Keep trying until you find a combination that works for you. Make sure they all fit inside the lines. Look at that! Another combination of shapes that make a hexagon. Slide it over and trace. There it is. You can even color them if you want to make them look like the real blocks. Now I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4 different hexagons, but there are many, many more ways that you can use your smaller shapes to build a larger hexagon. So be creative as you try to find ways to make this shape. And now I have a completed notebook page with the date, the title, shapes, and my work. My work shows many different ways to make this big shape, the hexagon. I thought hard about it, I made different arrangements with my shapes, and I found 4 total ways to make a hexagon. I challenge you to find even more today while you work. And remember our learning target, I can record my work in my notebook. Let's see a date, a title, and different ways to make a hexagon. Good luck in math today.